Hey, I'm John Fouts. I'm back in the booth. Someone asked me a question. I wanted to address it or answer it. So how do I personally deal with rejection? Because that happens a lot in the industry, whether you're a voice actor or whether you perform for the camera. There is a lot of rejection. I try not to take it personally. I may like a specific movie and somebody else may not like it, and there's no argument there. I can usually see their point, but it's so subjective, and sometimes a director or producer will have a specific voice in mind, and I'm going back to talk, specifically about voiceover, and they may want it slower, faster. They may want it a little more relaxed. They may want it a little more uptight. And sometimes they'll give you a hint like, hey, kind of like this video. And then sometimes you try to match a cadence and they just mean the personality. But it's kind of like, I don't know if you know who Jackson Pollock is, but he would just throw paint. And I'm not saying it wasn't art, because I do like Jackson Pollock artwork, but he would throw paint. He would walk over the canvas. He would, be smoking cigarettes and get ash on it. But that was all a part of the emotion that he was trying to put in there. Now, to some people, his artwork probably looks like anybody could do it. And that's fine, man. I don't care. But that's the subjectivity that we deal with. Whether you like a movie or a prop. What's your favorite song? Who's your favorite voiceover guy or gal? It's subjective, and don't take it personally. And it's tough because sometimes you do 10 auditions a day and you get nothing day after day after day, but you are guaranteed to not get a job if you don't audition. And so keep your energy up, keep your spirit up. Know that every time you audition, you potentially get a job. And somebody may find you. I've had some people find me where I did an audition and they were like, man, you're great, but you're not right for this role or this job. And then 6 months later, they come back to me and will let me know that, hey, we remember, you did the Keebler ad. We want you for something else. And so it's, hey, again, you just try to keep your optimism up best you can. And it is frustrating at times. I've been there where I was doing, 20 to 50 auditions a day and getting precious few. And after a while, it does feel very futile. But remember, you're not just auditioning for a potential job. You're also exercising your instrument, which is your voice. And you're finding different ways to emote. You're finding different ways to keep your energy up so that you are ready for you're ready for that job. You're ready to talk, over a job with a potential client. Let's see here. A side note, always do your best in an audition. And even if that means editing out your breaths, do it as though you're being paid. And I think that's good in two ways. One, it could land you the job because some people just kind of slap it together. They're driving down the road and doing an audition, which is ludicrous, but I've heard them. But another aspect is if you do your best, there's probably been 12 times over the last couple of years where my audition was so strong that they said, man, just send us a WAV file and you're done. We're going to pay you. So that's good. Let's see here. I think you need to find your voice. You need to find where you feel comfortable. If you don't feel comfortable, getting down and being very gravelly or higher pitched or, they'll ask for different characteristics. And if it's not you, no one's making you audition, but it's good to know where your strengths are. And so let's see here. But definitely, I think I've always wanted to be a character actor, but yet I get tons of stuff that are just me. It's guy next door kind of voice where I'm just, excited about a product and I can't wait to tell you about it. And so those are certainly easier to do, and you can line up a dozen auditions and just knock them out back to back. And they all sound very similar. They're just, different scripts and different products, but yet it's still you. And if you're consistent, then people will hear that consistency and go, wow, you know what? We want you for these 3 products. Also, stay true to your personal compass. There have been scripts that were sent to me that I did not, I felt like they compromised who I am. And I politely declined it. And, there's one of the companies did come back with another job from, and then some of them never came back, but that's okay. I mean, like you've got to remain true to you. Let's see here. And then somebody else is asking me, who have I done voiceover for? A lot of stuff that you'll never hear just because it's either training or it's stuff on radio, which, is just like when you watch YouTube. And the commercial spots are strategic to what you watch. So, but so it'd be tougher. It's same thing with Spotify and, oh my gosh, some of the other ones that, you have to contend with ads on. But I've done Delta Faucet. That's a client that continues to come back, but I do training. So you'll never hear me do that, but they really like the way I relay these different terms and stuff. Nationwide, which was fun. Spotify, and a bunch of stuff's been on Spotify. Templeton Rye, O'Charlie's, Keebler, and I wish I had all of them listed out. I don't know why I didn't do that, but probably because I really don't like talking about myself. But it's fun, and you can leave a link in the description of this video to my SoundCloud, and you can check out some more stuff. They are categorized just regular voiceover, and then there's character voiceovers and stuff. And yes, I participated in a project reading the Screw Tape letters, and I think I read 2 different chapters. But anyway, I think one of those chapters is on SoundCloud. I was proud of that. It was interesting. I mean, like it's a lot tougher to read a book and do an audio version of it than most people would think. So I guess that's it for now, but I hope you guys have a magnificent rest of your day, and we'll catch up again soon.